Hey guys, welcome back to another update. I think update 3 on what is now Typhoon Jangmi. And yes, it's only a Cat 1. As I was saying to you, it could be a major by this point. Well, it's not. I'll show you why in a bit. But this is what the JTWC have it as at the moment. They've got it at 65 knots. They're expecting it to peak at 80 knots. So it's 70, 75, 85, about 90 miles an hour they're expecting it to peak. So um, not that bad. And obviously it's going to weaken down to 80, 85 and then 80 miles an hour when it makes landfall over, it doesn't make landfall on Okinawa, but it just passes Okinawa. I know there's a US Air Force base there. So, obviously, if you guys live in Okinawa, please, just be safe from this system. Even if you live in the Andami Oshima as well, and Yakushima, and even in Igusa, Igusaki Shiriyama, one of the, sorry, butchering the name wrong, but yeah, if you live anywhere on the those islands, even the even Miami whatever, sorry, how to pronounce it, but yeah, if you live any of those islands in Japan or in Japan actually, because it's meant to be getting super close to Tokyo as a tropical storm at about 50 knots, which is about 60 miles an hour. So, I would just get your preparedness kits ready just in case if it does make landfall on Okinawa. But we also have an area of interest out in the Eastern Pacific right now that the NHC has marked for us. Obviously, there's nothing in the Atlantic yet, which is to be expected. But a few models are picking up on something in the Atlantic, so just keep an eye on a little something popping up in the next 7 days in the Atlantic. Obviously, probably not going to do absolutely nothing because obviously we're into an El Nino at the moment, and the Super El Nino is going to really start slacking the activity down in the Atlantic and deliver the high wind shear and the dry air. But I will show you the Pacific now, the East Pac. I think they're going to give it a 90% chance now. No, they're still giving it an 80. Let me refresh the page to make sure they haven't, given it a 90% chance because I haven't refreshed in a while. No, it's still 80. Wells, as of 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Saturday, May 30th, 2026, well south of the Baja California Peninsula, a broad area of low pressure is forecasted to form early next week, while it, while it, well to the southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula. Environmental conditions appear conducive for additional development. Thereafter, a tropical depression is likely to form during the middle part of next week, while moving westward or west-northwestward at 10 to 15 miles an hour across the western portions of the eastern Pacific. They're given formation chance for the next 48 hours, 0%, and formation chance for the next 7 days, 80%. So they're very confident that this system is going to form in the Eastern Pacific. Now, they went very aggressive on this system, and they're still going very aggressive on it. Just gotta wait until the little X pops up. Um, but obviously, I will show you Jangmei, the satellite imagery of Jangmei, and here it is, guys. Yep, that's what Jangmei looks like, and it's looking a bit worse for wear. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty crash, if you ask me. I don't even know how this is still a 75 mile an hour, a 65 knot tropical storm, tropical cyclone, or a 75 mile an hour typhoon. I don't even know how this is. That eye is massive. Also, the water is saying that it is a typhoon. So obviously that's why they've gone. That's why the JWC has gone with a typhoon. But another thing, guys, I want to show you is this is something new that I introduced a couple of months ago. Is my tropical cyclone status 24 hourly. So you have these featured in a couple of videos, right? Updates 24 hours. Obviously, I updated it today, but obviously I forgot to change the date and the time, so I'll do that off video. But as you can see, this is my tropical cyclone status 24 hourly. So I put the name of the storm in, jangmi. I put the pressure. I put the position like 19 north, 120.3 degrees east. Stairs, so there's a cat 1, there's a cat 2, a cat 4, cat 5. Wind speed. Now, some people do it in knots. My mate does it in knots, but I do it in miles an hour, which is easier for me. So I went with 75 miles an hour and 979 millibars. I go with the JTWC estimate, but I also have my database here, guys. Obviously, I have changed some storms. I've downgraded some of them, upgraded some of them already. This is my database. If you want to see this, I'll leave a link in the description below. Okay, so you guys can have a look at it. All right, and then give me some feedback back in the comments um, of what your own personal analyst or for for the different storms, your analysts and stuff like that, or analysis. But yeah, that obviously is the less important stuff out the way. Now onto again the more important stuff as well. Um, at the moment, um, right, other ones. I'll show you the Atlantic now. So obviously it is Saturday, May 30th, right? There is meant to be a little area of interest that does try and form off near the CAG. If you don't know what the CAG is, it's the Central America Gyre, or obviously we call it CAG for short. So, obviously you got the high pressure here, which is very close to Portugal, and it's also delivering Europe some very nice summery conditions at the moment, which is beautiful. Because over here in the UK, we've got beautiful weather, hot 20, 30 degrees Celsius. You guys don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. That's about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So beautiful weather over here in the UK. Beautiful weather. I will do an update. I'll do an update on the UK weather tomorrow or Monday. So stay tuned for that. It will be something different for me while we're in hurricane season. Obviously, while there's no hurricanes out active. Okay, I know we've got Jangmi out, but as soon as Jangmi's gone, that's when I'll start doing my more European updates as well when there's no storms active. So I'm also keeping content uploading on the channel, but also you get to see European weather as well. So if you guys want to see that, let me know and I can do that. I just need to get the models. I need to get the actual maps and stuff. But once I've done that, I could do that. And if you guys want me to do more of the US weather as well, or Australians weather, let me know as well and I can do that. So, anyway, on to the model ones. So, obviously, at the Atlantic, you have a little area of Spinneroonie on tomorrow. At 0Z Sunday, nothing really much. Probably just a non-tropical low. And then you have this area of um and this you have this little area that comes off the coast of Georgia. Doesn't probably doesn't do something, but you have to just keep an eye out on it for sure. It does get to 1007 millibars, so just keep an eye out on it for sure. Definitely not going to call this a tropical storm. It's definitely not a tropical storm. You would know if it was. The isobars would be tartar packed together if it was a tropical storm. That one doesn't become anything. Obviously, you have another storm in the East Pack at this point here, hitting. I think that's a Oaxaca or what's that place with an A? Where it's where Otis hit. I don't know where. It begins with an A. Acapulco, that's it. Acapulco. So it could be, it might hit Acapulco or Oaxaca. We don't know where yet, but the models have been consistent for the 8th, commonly the 8th, that this system will form in the near Mexico. Obviously, that's your typical June type weather storm kind of pattern from Mexico. So obviously, all storms form near Mexico. Um, and then obviously, yeah, obviously it moves into the Atlantic. Obviously, there's nothing really active on the Atlantic yet. The Atlantic's void of activity. Um, and I'll show you the Eastern Pacific. Obviously, I showed you the Atlantic side of the East Pac. I'll show you the East Pac side of the East Pac. So obviously, you have that little area here. You've got two areas actually. The 1005 millibar storm and that storm here. Obviously, they both want to form. So we could see the A, B, and C named storm in the first weeks of June, which will be pretty rare for three named storms to form in the first week of June in the East Pac. Well, I mean simultaneously, like, and then obviously the West Pac, and then I can go off the. I will start wrapping up the video there. So Western Pacific, if I can find it. Here it is. The Western Pacific. Right, here. So the GFS has jangmi at 976 millibars, a little bit lower than what the NHC, not the NHC, the JTWC are giving it, which they're giving it 978 now. It was 979, and it does get down to 971, maybe 970 if it's lucky. Obviously past Okinawa, and then through Japan as a tropical storm or a weakening typhoon, and then little you got a 997 millibar tropical storm. There, you also got a 997 millibar storm there. You also got one near Japan, and you got one behind it, which heads towards Japan as a very weak tropical storm. And then you got a 991 millibar storm hitting, well, in the South China Sea, heading towards Hainan Island or Hong Kong. So that's the West Pac for you. Getting pretty active indeed over the next 15 to 16 days. So looks like we're going to have a busy Western Pacific and Atlantic, no Atlantic, Western Pacific and Eastern Pacific season due to the El Nino. Obviously I haven't really showed you the El Nino yet for ages. This is the El Nino. Obviously, right now it's coming on very well, faster than what we all expected it to come. To be honest with you, it's plus 0.798 degrees, but above the long-term average. So yeah, we're definitely in an El Nino now, guys. You just don't see it yet because the atmosphere hasn't responded to the El Nino-like conditions yet. As soon as the atmosphere has responded to the El Nino conditions, that's when you're going to experience the El Nino conditions. So, anyway, guys, let's like, comment, subscribe, share. I do these videos. It would help if you would subscribe. Um, helps the algorithm, helps my videos get out there so more people can stay safe. So, yeah, anyway, like, comment, comment, subscribe, share, and see you all in the next video. Stay safe. See you in the next update, which will be tomorrow. Love you all. Peace and safe.